All right, welcome to it here. 8:01 on this Victory Tuesday. The Broncos getting it done. They end their two-game losing streak. They put up a lot of impressive numbers in beating the hapless Cincinnati Bengals 28-3. The defending world champs, Philadelphia Eagles, on the road up next. And I guess to recap the first 2 hours, despite Bo Nix throwing for 326 yards, despite the Broncos running for 186 yards, including J.K. Dobbins becoming the first running back since Latavius Murray 37 games ago to go over 100 yards, despite the fact that the defense was swarming and had a number of sacks. It seems like the battle lines have been drawn over the first 2 hours of this show between those in Broncos Country that feel good about what the team did, feel like a lot of gains were made offensively especially, versus the other side who are basically pouring cold water on it by saying, who cares, don't get that excited, it was the Bengals, wake me up when they do it against a good team. So, with that said in mind, the battle lines have been drawn. Let's see where our guys what side they come down on. We'll welcome in Mark Schlereth. Good morning, Stink. What say you?
Oh, I mean, I slept in this morning, lounged around in my underpants. I did not realize there was a game on last night. So, my wife and I just watched The Notebook. So news to me when I came in here that the Broncos played last night. I just didn't know, Mike. I apologize. Actually, I'm going to call. What's our guy? What's Ramos Law? What's his first name, Mike? Ramos. Oh, you don't know? You don't know? Well, I'm calling. I'm going to call Ramos.
Sir Ramos.
I'm going to call Ramos. Dr. Ramos. Dr. Ramos. Calling Dr. Ramos. I might need to file a defamation of character lawsuit because I listened to you two clowns on my way in, and this could go down. I'll be doing lives for Dr. Ramos. Hey, if you need to sue your coworkers, there's one guy. Defamation. Both of you. I got my eye on both of you.
What did we do?
Oh, what did we do?
The two of you. The hardest working guy in the NFL?
The two of you. No, I thought it was awesome. I was a little bit disappointed the way the third and fourth quarter, like just a lack of – I wanted you to put your foot down offensively, but here's what I was excited about. I was excited about, obviously, J.K. Dobbins, the way you finished the game. I was excited about R.J. Harvey because R.J. Harvey looks the part. R.J. Harvey has progressed. He's gotten a lot better, and what he did in the passing game yesterday, I thought that was exceptional. I think he had 4 receptions, but he was really good in that. Now, obviously the one down the seam, I'd like to see Bo. A couple people said, "Oh, he slowed down." Put the ball on the back. Just put it on him because it's wide open. So that one's Bo. Bo missed the one to Mims down the middle of the football field, Franklin down the middle of the football field. I'd like to see that. But for the most part, you solve some issues, and I'm with Stoke. I don't care who you play. These guys are proud. They're NFL football players, and they're going to fight. And so I thought you solved some issues, some things that you could build on going into Philadelphia.
Yeah, hopefully it's a confidence builder, especially offensively. And defense just needed to clean up a few things. And so, you only play who's on your schedule. And so you can't control injuries and you can't control anything else. And you got to go out there and try to execute at a high level, and that's what they did. So hopefully offensively there's a lot to take moving forward that they can build off of. When you look at this running game, you look at what they were able to do in the passing game, but especially for me, the running game. I mean, everything is built off the running game, and so I think the passing game we're going to see throughout the course of the season where, sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks average, but this running game, if you can just lean on that a little bit more, it could really take this offense to the next level.
All right, so for those who want to know, what did they truly gain last night by beating the hapless Bengals? All right, put yourself in Sean Payton's shoes. What did you learn about you as a play caller, your offensive philosophy?
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn about your offense and your players last night that you can take moving forward that's tangible?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. I think that, hey, when we want to get the ball to our tight end, Ingram, we can force some throws. We can create some opportunities. We can scheme some opportunities up. And he became an effective player. I don't know exactly what did he have. He had 4 catches.
29.
They're 29 yards, okay? So they made a point. Now, Bo missed one in the flat that he should have gotten to right away, and Aikman talked about it, but I was just shouting at it, like, throw it. And then he waited, and he ended up catching it and going out of bounds. Like, that was one that quarterback, man, don't give up the profit. Like, a couple little things quarterback-wise, but I take away this. That 2-minute drive at the end of the first half, Bo hit one in the turkey hole. I don't know where that term comes from, the turkey hole, Stoke. Do you know where that term comes from?
No.
But, know, I mean, it's one of those terms that you throw around in the NFL. It's the hole between the corner that's rolled up and the safety that's trying to get over the top. That's the turkey hole. I don't know where that term comes from. I thought maybe Stoke being a wide receiver, it was like, oh, look I know the route tree. Well, I should hope you know the route tree. I would hope that you know the route tree.
Well,
I mean, you played wide receiver in the league for 15 years. I know the route tree. Yeah, I know where everybody lines up.
That's been bothering him for like 2
weeks now. I know where everybody lines.
Wow.
I know where everybody lines up. But I thought maybe, Stoke, just maybe you knew what the turkey hole was.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm being defamed.
We never called
Defamation.
it. We never called it the turkey hole. So I don't know. Peyton Manning didn't call it the turkey hole. So I don't.
But you've heard the term.
No, I haven't. That must be y'all's lingo that y'all do, offensive lineman lingo.
Oh, all right. Well, anyhow, he hit that one in the turkey hole down the sideline, and then that throw to Cortland, keeping it on Cortland's body, keeping it away from the safety who was free in the middle of the football field. That was an exceptional throw for the touchdown. So, like, you build off of that. You build off this running game. I saw R.J. Harvey basically understand and run the ball well. And then, of course, Dobbins needs opportunities. And I think you take that away. Like, hey, man, we just got to give him the opportunities. We just got to give him carries. So you take all that stuff away and you kind of compile all that stuff. Like, that's a formula to really grow and to be good.
Route tree. Let's go. Pop quiz.
Oh,
you ready?
Okay.
Hey,
boy.
3. What's 3?
They're quick out there.
How many yards? What are you talking about? Let's go.
It's 5 yards,
Nope,
like a stick. I don't know. What's 3?
3 is the 10 to 12 yard out.
What's okay?
1.
5 is 5 a comeback?
Yes.
I'm
No,
stopping.
I could do that if I want to do that.
So you're
now
talking
I'm about to get back on schedule.
You're talking about a little
Now I'm
like a
ready
little
to get back
scout.
on
You're talking about a little
schedule.
scout route
I
at
just
number
wanted
3.
to give you one. I just wanted to give you one to
Dude,
see
they're
if
all
you can
out.
get
Hey,
it.
all the odds are outside breaking routes. All the evens are inside breaking routes.
It's my turn. Let me go now. Thank you. But
he's
you wanted
mad.
It's
He's mad.
so cute. Oh, you guys
wanted to
grown
bring it up,
men.
so-
It's like you're back on the playground.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you
If you line up in a
who's
4
bigger?
technique, where you lined up?
4 technique. You would line up over. How about if you line up in the 3-eye?
There is no
the 4
3-eye.
technique. You're over the.
There is no
let's
3-eye.
see.
Just a 3.
The 4. Are you in between the guard and tackle?
No.
No.
You're head up on the tackle.
What
Head
about a
up on the
3
tackle.
shade?
The 3 shade.
Now you
What's a
can line up in a
3 shade?
2-eye technique, but you 3, you just go to the 3. There is no 3-eye.
Here's what I think they can gather from this. They can, like Sean Payton, I think can look at this and say, hey, I got to commit to the run more. And if I do, this is what we can take away from it. And I also can know now that I got to commit more to this rotation that we have now, where I'm letting these guys stay out there for a little bit more. I'm not trying to interchange them so much. You know what? Sometimes I might want Harvey in for a certain personnel grouping, but you know what? Dobbins can do it. Let's just leave him on the field a little bit more. And then when it's Harvey's turn, we're going to leave him on the field. Both those guys can catch the ball out of the backfield. Both those guys can block in the passing game if they need to. So let's let those guys try to get in more of a rhythm and flow of a football game. And let's stick with the run a little bit more. Let's try to keep these down and distances more manageable for Bo. So I think this is a game for Sean to kind of learn and say, if I can give Bo more manageable third downs, he can convert, whether it be with his feet or with, his arm in the passing game.
All right, here was Sean talking about how they used both running backs last night.
I mean, there were certain tags that put either one in, but we gave them series, and I think that helped both of them. Certainly it's easier to call plays, and both of them got in good rhythms. I mean, there were hard-fought yardage Those guys both ran hard. I thought we blocked them well. We pushed them well. And so we'll look at the film, but good to have a 100-yard rusher. It was good to run. I don't know how many attempts we had, but that typically happens with a big lead. You know, I'd love to have that many rushing attempts, but it's usually a byproduct of being ahead.
All right, here we go. Captain Hindsight 2020 here, but I would think, Stink, that when you've got two running backs that you're trying to use, doesn't it make more sense to alternate series with running backs as opposed to just this play you're in, next play you're in?
Yeah.
And why did it take to game 4
Yeah.
to get to what seems kind of obvious?
Well, it seems kind of obvious, but I mean, the game, oftentimes the game dictates what you do as a coach. The game dictates the number of runs you get. The game dictates, you know, how the flow of the game goes is how you operate. And so, you know, they had the lead after that first drive. They had the lead. And then they were like, hey, man, we're going to go into this personnel grouping or whatever, and this guy's going to get some opportunities. It makes more sense because it's easier to get yourself into kind of a rhythm if you get multiple opportunities with the ball in your hands. And it's hard to come in and run one play and then be out and then come back in, you know, 2 or 3 plays later and then have another opportunity. Maybe that one you're just blocking and then you're back out. So, yeah, that does make more sense, but sometimes it's just the way the flow of the game happens. So I get it. It's easy to be hindsight and go, oh, they should do this all the time. But all of a sudden you get into a game where a team is so committed to stopping the run and they're so good at it that you're like, hey, man, we're not going to get that many opportunities. So it just depends on how the game flow, you know, presents itself.
Yeah, I think, look, running backs, Sean likes to use these guys to their strengths. And the wide receivers. That's why you see these different personnel groupings. Okay, well, let's get Pat Bryant in these certain situations. Let's get Troy here. Well, we got to use Marvin Mims and his speed here. So you want to use them to their strengths. So you look at the running backs, it's like, okay, well, we want Bidet being our pass receiving running back, and then we want Harvey doing this, and then we want, you know, Dobbins doing this. So I think sometimes you try to do too much, and it's not helping you. And then all of a sudden what happens, there's a trickle-down effect because your offense was not very good, so you're not getting first downs. You're not staying on the field. So the opportunities for all these guys are limited. So what you have, you don't have a ton of opportunities to begin with, and then now you're spreading them out with 3 guys. Nobody can get in the rhythm and the flow of the football game. And so what happens then? Now you're trying to press this thing until you're trying to hit a home run on every play, instead of sometimes putting your head down like we saw Dobbins do a couple times last night and say, you know what? This thing looks like a 2-yard gain. Next thing you know, he gains 5. So I think, it, you know, as a coach, you know, you look at it on paper and it looks great, but when you implement it, it just doesn't work out like you think it should work out because the offense wasn't getting a lot of plays. And, you know, Sean's talking about, hey, you know, it's nice to be able to commit to the running game whenever you have a lead, but also whenever you make first downs, you get more plays. Now you can commit to the running game. So it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah, last night they had 80 plays. I mean, that's a
big number.
That's a huge
What's the
offensive
average usually? Like
65.
60, 65?
Yeah. That's a huge – it's just a huge number. But a lot of that, to Stokes' point, is when you're in third down and manageable. And you can throw a short pass. You can throw one out, you know, into the flat. Your quarterback can pull the ball and run and scramble for a couple of yards. Like, having third down in manageable situations is big time. So when you're productive on first down, be it run the ball or, you know, throw in the football, the quick game, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands and making it 2nd down and 6, 2nd down and 5, because then the whole playbook is open to you and you are less predictable. You know, when you're in 2nd down and 7+ all the time, man, defenses are just like, dude, here we come. It's going to be a pass. You know, it becomes very predictable. So you become unpredictable when you're productive on first down.
I'm talking to 2 offensive guys here. For an offense, does confidence and rhythm of an offense, does that matter? Is that important? I know it's an obvious question. Just both of you nod your head. Yes, it matters. Confidence and rhythm for an offense matters. So when you can have a game like this, where you put up 29 first downs, where you run 80 plays, where you rack up 512 yards of total offense, when you dominate the time of possession and you're out there for 38 minutes, does that not create confidence and a rhythm for an offense that you can take moving forward into your next few games? Does that matter?
Are we allowed to answer now? GM Mike, who asked the questions and
tells
answers?
us what to say
yeah,
and what to do.
Answers.
Goodness gracious!
Come on,
I mean, seriously.
We gotta have you on the podium.
Is it
answering.
obvious?
Yes, it's obvious.
Okay,
of course.
Can we just answer? Like,
Well,
or
no,
do you
but
have to lead us? Didn't that? What do they call that when you're leading your witness?
Yeah, you lead the witness.
After your little temper tantrums that you both had a few minutes ago, I felt like somebody had to take control and be the adult here. So.
Okay.
Well, that is kind of your job. You're the host of the show.
Now you may proceed.
Oh, thank you.
Go ahead. Who would like to go first?
Does that create confidence? Yes. And I will tell you, like, for me as an offensive player, man, rhythm is so important. The other thing that you get into when you have a rhythm like that is you kind of get a sense of where we're going, what the next call is going to be. Are we converting? When are we taking our shots? This is a great time for play action. And when you get on that kind of rhythm or that kind of run as an offense, man, it just is fun to play because everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, I think certainly it helps. Whenever you can go out there and do it. Now instead of hoping, okay, hey, we can play at a very high level. We can execute in the running game. If we execute in the running game, look at the results. Also in the passing game. But I also think too, styles makes fights, so matchups do matter. But certainly when you go out and play like they played offensively, yeah. I mean, that's not a negative. I mean, it's only going to help you moving forward. Know that if we do it the right way and we execute, we can go out there and perform with the best of them.
See, I love your snark, and I know that what I asked was obvious, but I felt it had to be asked because I'm amazed at how many people who I think are Broncos fans are texting us to say, nothing to see here. They did what they were supposed to do. They don't get extra points for looking the way they did. And
let me ask you,
wake me up when they beat a real team.
So let me ask you this: so you don't think that on a short week, having a performance where you run the ball well, where you set up your play action, where your quarterback at the end of the 2-minute drive puts a drive together, and slams the dagger in the heart of the Bengals, you don't think that helps you moving forward when you're going to go face the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the top 2 or 3 teams
I
in the
think
league?
it does, but talk to these people.
Well,
these are the people you got to talk to.
I don't know. I think Stoke thinks it's good. I think it's good, but I'll defer to the experts out there driving around that have never taken a snap. Like, I'll take your word for it. If you think it's nothing, if you think it's just meh, then, good for you guys. But in my experience says, that matters.
3 Super Bowls.
I love when he gets like this.
No, I agree. Look, how is it a negative? And especially when you've struggled a little bit offensively. You haven't been running the ball at all. You haven't been converting third downs. You've had 2 walk-off losses. How does this not make you feel good about the direction that you're heading and what you can do when you put things together and you execute? So I think it's only a positive here. And to Mark's point, you got a short week, and you got to turn the page, and you're playing a really good team. So I don't know how this is a negative at all.
The things you like most about Bo and his performance. For me, what I really loved was, for a guy who didn't play well in the first, didn't play great, didn't play terribly, but didn't play that awesome in the first 3 weeks of the season, heard a lot of criticism about his missed throws, those 3 deep throws, and you could tell when he was talking at the podium this past week, it was like chewing on glass. He was being very classy, very professional about it, answering the questions, but you could tell it was irritating him. And the fact that he went out and showed no fear, no loss of confidence. He was driving some balls in there. Aikman was talking about it, but that play to Mims ran a great route, but that wasn't a wide open throw. That wasn't a college throw. That was one of those tight NFL windows that he drove the ball in. That took conviction, that took confidence, that took belief in your arm and driving it in there. Same thing on the touchdown pass to Courtland Sutton. So if you're looking for some things to take from Bo's performance. That's what I saw. And also, when that guy gets his feet set, we talked all last week about his footwork. When he gets his feet set, that guy can sling it.
Oh, well,
that guy's got a hose.
Here's my one offense, one defense takeaways. How do you respond to adversity? How do you respond to bad things? He drives them down, throws an interception in the end zone. Bad pick. You just can't throw it, right? Bad pick. What does he do? Drives them right back down, throws a touchdown, has a couple of unbelievable throws in that drive. I'll say the same thing for Riley Moss. Like, early in that game, man, they were picking on him, and he got beat a couple of times. And then, you know what? Instead of letting that get you down, or instead of having that, lip dragging and going, oh, woe is me, the Eeyore effect, man, he stepped right back up and was good. At the end of that game, man, he was really good. The coverage was great, and, Jamar Chase didn't affect the game, and they really just didn't affect the game at all, from a passing standpoint. So how do you respond to adversity? I like, that's a big-time response by both those guys.
Yeah, well, how many years did y'all work together?
9.
I mean, did he do that a lot to you? Like, he asks a question, he answers a question with exactly what I said earlier in the show. And then now he wants to throw it back at me.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say. I mean, he took what I said early in the show and just repurposed it and made sure he answered it first, and then he looks at me and throws it to me and like, what do you think? What's your biggest takeaway? And
here's
that's
what
exactly
happens.
what I said early in the show,
Hey,
so I don't know what
I-
else.
Stoke, I can tell you exactly.
Listen to the podcast.
Stoke, I can tell you exactly what's going on here.
We listen to that podcast.
I'm going to tell you what's going on. So when Mike and I started working together, part of the contract that Mike had to agree to was that he was my intellectual property.
I've heard that.
Yes.
Right.
So anything he says becomes mine.
Right.
I don't have to credit him, right?
Yes.
What he did was slip that into the deal when you slid in,
Yes.
when I went to New York. So anything that you say is intellectually his.
Well,
he had that done.
Can he give me credit for
No.
it first?
No. That's not how the
credit.
intellectual property works.
You just take it.
Okay, while this has been going
You
on,
just take it.
I've been reaching down into my sock, my pocket. I got the red challenge flag out. I'm throwing it out on
Ty,
I'm throwing it out.
can you find that,
because
please?
earlier today, when I made those same exact comments about those 2 throws and the confidence, I said that, and you paused and you said, "You are spot on. You are exactly right." I wasn't repeating you. I made that comment, and you agreed with me.
Ty, we've got controversy,
Yep.
Ty.
Challenge flag.
This is controversy.
Challenge flag.
Go find that. He kept being aggressive. The fear of no fear of failure, especially after what we saw. All
And
the
I
talk
referenced
about
those 2 throws.
all the talk about the
I
footwork.
referenced those 2 throws.
Yes, you did.
And you
did.
said, "You're spot on."
You did.
You said
and
that.
Then I talked about the just being aggressive and not having any thought about like, hey, I want to be conservative today because of all of the negative talk and the bad throws from the week before. He went out there and he slung it, and I love that about him. And I didn't have any doubt about it. I didn't, because we saw that from him last year. Same thing happened.
Yeah.
We saw him make mistakes last year. We saw his footwork be out of whack at certain points last year, but he was always able to bounce back, and he showed it again last night. You can use that tomorrow, Mike.
That's
if
a
you
Stoke,
want.
that's a Stoke
You
original
can do
right
that. You
there.
can do that tomorrow.
That's a
if you
Stoke
want.
original.
I thought I saw him on the coach's tape saying, underneath his breath, you could just read his lips. He was like, "Be aggressive." I said, BAGGRESSIVE. Did you think he heard that?
I think he did.
Was Sean singing with him too?
Yeah, Sean was singing. They had a little.
Sean clapping.
Yeah, they had a little.
Be aggressive.
You know how he feels about his cue. He loves his cue.
Does he?
Oh, he does.
He loves his cue. All right, more Bronco reaction Tuesday as we try to pump up the doubters.
By the way, I was waiting for
doubters out there.
I was waiting for the assignment.
Well, we can discuss that next.
Follow